my zone. I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do. With the limited sources you have, your dream is still a finding motivation in you and the
Yo, what it do? It must be Wednesday, but it ain't just any Wednesday. It's not even just Gentleman's Talk Wednesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving Wednesday. So we just gonna call it a motherfucking fantastic Wednesday. Because as you can see, I mean, I done tapped into my motherfucking Ultra Instinct GQ mode with the bright ass fucking light above my head and shit. But it's because I'm at a different location. I'm at the location that my man, myself, and me and DJ Michael B was at last year. For those who've been keeping up with Gentleman's Talk, when we did the live on location special, when we went hard in the paint for no fucking reason, about 2 separate sports for about 45 minutes. I am at my dad's house because we do our same tradition every year. When we pull up, he got the stuff going. Like, we got the turkey on deck. We got the ribs on deck, fire pit going, smoker going, cigars on deck, drinks on deck. So you already know what it is. Of course, DJ Michael B will be joining me over here sooner rather than later. But, I lost my co-host for a second. I don't know where he went. But anyway, I am the one that they call Mr. GQ. Yes, I have got a cigar in hand because I'm thankful for life, man. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be alive. And I'm just 100% thankful, man. And I'm thankful for you guys, the fans, because you guys have been absolutely phenomenal for us. Because of you guys, the TikTok has blown up more and more. We have now surpassed 200 followers, which is massive for us because it just shows the constant growth, the constant grind. So we 100% appreciate every single person that has followed us, everybody that's rocked with us, everybody that taps in on the chat. Little mama over here saying, what's up? You gonna say hi to everybody? All right. Little mama said, what's up to everybody too? Because, hey, where I am, my baby girl goes with me. So today, whenever my co-host decides to show his ass and come on back, we'll get into the rest of this show. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a brief overview of what we got going on today. This is our pre-Thanksgiving special. So what it is today is we're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, some stuff that we're thankful for. We're going to have a couple of age-old debates about a couple of different foods, if you will, things of that sort. We're not going to do our traditional where we pull up our social media videos and we react because, like I said, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We're going to leave the shit talking for next week's show. But for now, we'll just keep it family. Now, the fuckery going to still be the fuckery. But we're going to keep it family. This show still ain't made for kids. So if your kids is watching, I take no blame whatsoever for what you let your kids watch. All right? No, this is not a blunt. This is a cigar. At some point, I don't know when, but my co-host will make his reappearance unless his internet deal what it did last week. But it's just one of them days, man. It's been a long 2 weeks. So I'm glad we're kind of getting things back, and he has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. He has
Y'all
made
tell
it.
Comcast. Y'all tell Comcast count they motherfucking days, bro. Y'all count your days. I freaking hate broadband. I wish I could get AT&T, and I hate broadband loop internet. If anybody know what broadband loop is, you understand.
See, I haven't had that problem, and I've had Xfinity for a hot little minute, but
you see, the problem is where I stay, everybody around me, the only internet service provider they can have is Xfinity.
Oh.
So it's like a 3-mile radius on the same broadband loop. Everybody's off work. Everybody. But hey, I am your friendly neighborhood DJ Michael B. Later on, I'll be linking up with, of course, my best friend and the best co-host out there in the world, Mr. GQ. I gotta come see Pops, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah, man. While you was away, I was giving everybody a little briefing. I was like, hey, man, this how the show going, man. It's gonna be a fast and furious get down.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have some conversations. We're gonna talk about some stuff that we're thankful for. A couple of age-old debates as far as certain foods from Thanksgiving go. I told him, like I said, I pulled up. I got the cigar on deck. I got the drink on deck. Got something new I want to bring to the mix. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dead Rabbit Irish whiskey. So I did not get this at HEB, unfortunately, but I did get it in my local Specs. All right. I don't know what Specs' little saying is, but we're gonna call it Texas family owned since 1962 because that's what it said on the bag. So Dead whiskey, Irish whiskey. I got it with some Sprite. It's solid. It's not too potent. It's a really good blended mix. So it's a really good sipping Irish whiskey.
Make sure you say some of that because I want to try that.
Oh, man, you see how much I ain't gonna drink all this bottle in our short ass time. But before we get to the Thanksgiving festivities, I got a question for you, right?
What's up?
So check this shit out. I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
We went to go take Lil Mama to go watch the new Trolls film, which, by the way, phenomenal fucking film, better than the first, very adult friendly. And I say it because you remember when Shrek first came out?
Yeah.
You know how Shrek was a kid's movie disguised as an adult movie?
Yeah.
My boy, this movie got a lot of adult pundits in that motherfucking movie.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So I say that to say this because we were standing in line to go get the popcorn and get the fruit snacks and all this the normal shit you get at the movie. So this random guy starts talking to me because his son started talking. We having a conversation. Everything is normal. And then all of a sudden his wife comes up and she's on the phone. And he's like, oh yeah, this is my wife right here. And I mean, but she's a bitch, but I love her. And I was like,
I said, hey, wait. I read this on Ashley's status, dog. I was crying.
So I heard that and I let it go over my head because I was just like, okay. So I bring that to you because I want to bring the question, when did it become okay to normalize calling your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, your cohabitant, whatever the case might be, by the B word? So, ladies and gentlemen, backstory. For those who don't know me, no matter how much a woman may or may not deserve warranted to be called such a word, I just don't do it. It's the way I was raised by my mom. It's the way that my brain works. I don't call women the B word, just like I don't use the N word very often. It's just the way my brain works. I just don't do it. So for me, hearing it from the outside, as an outsider, I'm like, I could never in my mind picture myself calling my wife like that. Like, oh yeah, my wife does. Like, even when my wife's not around and me and you were talking, you've never even heard me say no crazy shit like that. So my question to you is I guess it's a two-part question. One, when do you feel like it was normalized? And two, do you feel like that's okay as soon as you meet somebody, oh yeah, this is my wife, she's a bitch, but I love her. Like, what the fuck?
All right, so let me start by saying this. You and I would never do that. I would never call my wife, girlfriend, whatever, my mom, any of like any female friend that I have, because you know how me and Josh, you know how me and Josh get down. I'd be like, hey, what's up, bitch? You'd be like, what up, ho? Just chilling.
But see, amongst the fellas, listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know us. Me and Mike talk a lot of shit when it comes to fantasy sports. We call each other all kinds of bitches and everything else. Not to the women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First of all, that's very disrespectful. Second of all, I would never do that to my mom or my wife because I would love to see tomorrow. Plain and simple. I would love to see tomorrow and not with a black eye either.
Look, so, my wife a thug. I feel like she would just
your
shoot
wife
me
is
anyway.
a thug.
My wife probably just shoot me if I'm keeping it a buck, but
but that shit became normalized when R&B died. Right on cue. It became normalized when a lot of R&B. And for the people out there saying R&B never died,
bullshit.
I'm not talking about R&B underground for real R&B lovers. I'm talking about in the mainstream. When Chris Brown started doing the crossover into the R&B hip hop kind of thing, and then more artists, and y'all would be like, well, Future sing raps and Drake sing raps and shit like that. That's what I'm more referring to. Yeah. So yes,
and you know what? The more you say that, the more I think, because I was listening to a song from DaBaby. Oh shit, the lights went out. Anyway, that works out. Better lighting anyway. So I listened to a song from DaBaby, Masterpiece, and he even said that he said, I call my girl a bitch, but she know I don't mean no disrespect because I talk different. And I was like, wait, you talk different? I was like, I talk different too, but I didn't just call my woman a bitch like that. Like, the fuck?
The most I've ever done with my girlfriend, I was like, bro, stop being a bitch right now.
See,
that's it.
I've gotten close to that, but my mouth, I can't fix my mouth to do it. It just doesn't. it doesn't come out. And I guess that, like I said, I guess honestly, it's kudos to my mom and the way that she raised me. Like I just can't do it. Like I've heard many of people do it. Like I don't judge people for doing it. You know, you're a human being. You're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want. That's why we got the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna stop you. But
The hell with that. I judge people.
Me personally, I'm just not gonna do it because it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't fit me. You know.
I feel that. You know, like I said, I would never be like, you're a bitch. You know, I'd be like, stop being a bitch right now. You're being a certain kind of way, and it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really. It's not calling her. I wouldn't. I don't care how mad. I don't care how bad you piss me off. I'd never be like, shut up, bitch. No. Never that. I would never be like, that's my wife. She can be a bitch. No. Never. That's a lack of respecting this. So obviously this guy has some kind of lack of respect. That's how I perceive it anyway. I would be like, I don't want to associate myself with this guy because the woman that he's with, that he's supposed to love and introduce the right way, said she's a bitch. And that's
exactly. Okay, so we're on the same sheet of music with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but cops were flying by. But I will tell you, as a preview, going into next week, oh boy, I found an explosive ass video on social media that involves somebody from the Corn Hub. All I'm gonna say, I'm finna cook the fuck out of her.
Oh boy.
There was a video by somebody by the names of, if you know this name probably fairly well, by the name of Mia Khalifa. She dropped a video and she said some shit. Yeah, you see how you rolled your eyes? This video gonna make you want to vomit inside your mouth. But like I said, it's a preview for next week. Let's get back to the lesson at hand. The episode at hand. We on this Thanksgiving thing. It's a pregame. Pregame because tomorrow it's gonna be on and popping. I don't know what DJ Michael B got going on tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. So I know he'll be here tonight, but tomorrow I know we all got our family things going on. But in your opinion, we're going to start with the first of our age-old debates. Ham or turkey, my brother? Ham or turkey?
Come on, bro. This is
you know I got to ask.
This is too, for me, this is too easy. I don't know about everybody else because a lot of people swear by not eating pork. But listen, bro, ham. And it's because I don't eat ham any other time of the year. So I'm going to say turkey. I like turkey, but somebody that you got to do turkey correct for me to actually eat it on Thanksgiving.
Say that again for those in the back.
Because a lot of people make this turkey dry as shit and covered in cranberry juice. I like cranberry sauce.
It might as well be cranberry juice.
It might as well be. You cover it in cranberry sauce to eat it. I mean, like, bruh, ham. If you fuck up the ham and I'm around, I'm about to bust your head. Cause how?
Yeah.
You don't gotta do shit to ham, but put that damn thing in the oven and honey glaze it.
I mean, we say that, but people still fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, cause I love my ham fresh out the oven. You know what I'm saying? With the pineapples.
Speaking of that, my mom making ham and homemade bread.
Oh. I need that.
You know where you could come tomorrow morning.
Shit, needs that in my life. But no, it's the same for me though. I like my ham, honey glazed ham, fresh out the oven, pineapples, but they've been in there cooking up, getting a little crisp on top of that thing like that. And I like it with a side of cranberry sauce on top of that. Yes, I said cranberry sauce. I love cranberry sauce. That is my shit right there.
Well, we part ways on that, but okay.
That's cool. No, that's cool.
That's cool. I did. I eat my ham with mustard.
I've always had a problem with turkey. I always have. Like, except for when my dad makes. Because, like, right now, I wish I could show y'all right now.
If it's deep fried, I have no problem with turkey.
Hold on. This turkey right here came out the motherfucking smoker. Like, that bitch is a sensation. Oh, wait till you come over here. That motherfucker look sensation. Like, it's taking everything in my power not to go grab that aluminum pan and just start eating that bitch by my damn self. Like, that whole hit. And speaking of things that my dad do, we talk about all the cooking and stuff. So he took the ribs out the smoker, cut them up, and then dropped them in the deep fryer for 2 minutes. Oh yeah, we eating that tonight. Oh, it's here waiting for you. Don't worry. But yeah. Oh yeah, we get to the end the day before Thanksgiving. That's why we do this tradition that we do. All right.
I fucks with it.
All right. Here we go. Next one. Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie.
Pumpkin pie. I hate sweet potatoes.
This is where we part ways because it's sweet potato pie for me. Like, I don't know. I like sweet potato pie more. Like, pumpkin pie, cool. Like, if I go and that's what you got, I'm going to eat it. But I'd rather the sweet potato pie. But
I just don't eat sweet. I don't like the taste of sweet potatoes. I don't knock anybody that does, but I just don't like the taste of it.
Okay. This one's not a comparison. This is me figuring out where you at. Favorite Thanksgiving dessert.
Ooh. Every year my aunt makes carrot cake, so I'm gonna go with carrot cake, and I love carrot cake.
So very traditional African American type of thing. Carrot cake, German chocolate cake. I get you. Now for me it is motherfucking cheesecake, fresh out the refrigerator, ready to go. I don't want no strawberries on it. Just give me the motherfucking cheesecake.
I can't do it. I can't do it, dog.
I do the cheesecake. My sisters will do the Oreo cheesecake because that's their go-to. I'm a classic cheesecake. Give me a New York cheesecake type of guy.
I might be able to do Oreo.
I will sit there by my damn self and eat a whole motherfucking cheesecake because it's just how I feel. Thanksgiving is my excuse to gain extra weight.
You know, one year after we was at my aunt's house and after Thanksgiving, it was a cold year. We all went outside, had some beers, and we made s'mores for dessert because we didn't make desserts. So
we did
s'mores.
Yeah. We did s'mores a couple weeks ago when we had a little cold year. Little mama did her first set of s'mores on the fire pit at the house. You know, your boy got a fire pit at the house now. So
yeah, I was fucking jealous when I saw that shit because I was like, damn, these niggas making s'mores and I ain't there.
Bro, my brother just got a motherfucking tiki bar built in his backyard. All right, we moving up in the world, man.
But tell your brother I need a damn invite. What the hell?
He just got it built. Like today was the finishing touches on it today.
All right, but tell Mr. Prime we need to come bless that shit.
You know. Speaking of Outlaw Prom, he will be here. He'll be here in a little bit.
That's my dog.
Like we do this tradition every year. Me and my dad and my brothers, we've been doing this for a while. This is kind of our thing.
For those of y'all out there, I count as a brother.
That's why I said that. My brothers. You heard me say plural. Me and my brothers. I said it plural.
Yep.
That. All right, bet. I can't ask you for one, so I'm gonna ask you. Give me your top 3 Thanksgiving sides.
Okay. Stuffing for sure.
Okay.
Gotta have some stuffing.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I'll let you finish, then I'm gonna ask you a follow-up question after that.
Stuffing with chicken.
It's a different question, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So stuffing. Rice and turkey gravy. I do love rice. I love the stuff. Rice and turkey gravy. And
like just plain white rice and turkey gravy.
Yeah. Plain white rice and turkey gravy.
All right.
And something very underrated. I think that people. I don't think a lot of families make this, but my aunt does every year, which is croissants with butter.
I love how your list is so everywhere.
Yeah.
So we had this discussion on Facebook, not me and you, being a group. I'm in a couple of cooking groups, and we talked about stuffing versus dressing. And it's because stuffing means you pulled it out of the turkey, because that's what stuffing is. Stuffing is what is pulled out of the turkey that you stuffed and you cook the turkey with. Dressing is what you make outside of, like, you'll use like some juice, the turkey juice, whatever, but you make the dressing outside of the bird. That's why I was going to ask that question.
So it's dressing then. Dressing for shit sure. It's that's
why I asked that question. I wanted to kind of see where you was at.
Definitely dressing.
So look, I'm about to be as about a traditional as a black man as you can get. So give me the motherfucking collard greens.
Okay.
Give me the mac and cheese.
Hey, that collard greens got turkey necks in it?
Boy, what? And the bacon fat. Fuck you mean? I need that mac and cheese, but I don't want the regular mac and cheese. Thanksgiving mac and cheese. I'm talking about that fresh out the oven with the burnt crispy cheese on top mac and cheese.
Yeah, boy.
That soul food mac and cheese. Just so people understand that. And then the mashed potatoes, man. You can't go wrong with some homemade mashed potatoes, man. My wife makes some phenomenal mashed potatoes. Like, I'm talking about fresh, boil the potatoes, mash them hoes like from scratch.
Mashed
with the
potatoes with
peels in it
turkey
still.
gravy. Mashed potatoes with turkey
Yeah.
gravy for Thanksgiving is undefeated, bro.
If you make homemade mashed potatoes and I don't see potato peel in it, I don't want it. I need to see
Wait
the
a
skin from the
minute.
potato.
I got a question for you.
What's
What
what's
happened to
up?
green? What happened to green bean casserole? You don't fuck with green bean casserole?
I do, but it wasn't. It ain't, you said I said top 3. That's I love green bean casserole, especially
I
Creole
don't.
version. Hey, Creole green bean casserole is.
I believe the Creole version might be good. I've never had it though.
Yeah, no, that is the shit right there. Speaking of cooking, because we're doing a Friendsgiving on Friday. Like I said, I don't know what you got going on Friday, but you know you are more than welcome at my brother's house. But your boy is making dirty rice, and my wife is making. What is she making? She's making something else. I think she's doing she's doing a green bean casserole or something like that. But and I'm also bringing the adult beverages. But
Batena.
so basically, what we got right now, we got jalapeno poppers, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. Yeah, I'm sorry, my wife making broccoli cheese casserole, which is also phenomenal. We got deviled eggs and corn on the cob. We got collard greens. My brother making ribs, sausage, and chicken, and then I'm bringing the dirty rice and the alcoholic beverage.
God damn.
Hey, Friendsgiving is Friendsgiving. That's what we do. We gets down. So, like I say, you more than welcome to make to pull up.
Your brother lives like right around the corner from you, right?
No.
Okay.
My brother stay in Porter.
And where?
Porter.
No, I don't know how far Porter is.
So Porter is next to Kingwood.
Oh, okay. That's not.
No, it ain't too terrible. Oh, see, y'all see what happens. See, we be doing our live stream, man. Stuff be going down, but yeah. So listen, for all of you that have your close knit groups of friends, man, if y'all don't participate in Friendsgiving, man, y'all slipping, man. You got to get together with your friends at least that one time a year. Everybody just pull up. We done took that potluck and took it to a whole new level. You got to get with the friends, especially if you got a nice little tight group of people. Everybody show off what they really good at, whatever the food might be, or if you're like me, like I said, I'm the drinks man. I bring the drinks, I mix them up, we get going. You gotta do that, man. Like because it's very underrated how important friendships are, especially nowadays, man. We talked about it last week. Actually, the last 2 episodes we talked about it. Having that close-knit group of friends, group of men, you got to have that to be able to talk to. So what I was talking about, DJ Michael B, I'm sure you probably heard most of it, was, you got to be able to get together with your friends and have a Friendsgiving if you don't.
Yeah.
Or at least a white elephant Christmas thing or Christmas brunch. Yeah. You got to do it, man, because especially once you start having people in the group, having kids and everything else, like shit get real complicated. DJ Michael B can tell you, before I had kids versus me having kids, I was 2 different people. Before I had kids, he can call me and I'm pulling up. I don't give a fuck where he at. He called me at 1:30 in the morning. Hey, I'm DJing at the spot. Say less. I'm on the way. I'm getting dressed. I'm on the way. I don't give a fuck. Now it's not the case no more. But don't let me catch a weekend. Don't let me catch a weekend when I'm kid free now.
But when now that you have kids, it's like you can't really go out and stuff. I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to pull up on you, nigga. What's up?
Facts. And not to mention, this is a phenomenal weekend because, like I said, we're doing a Fast and Furious show. We don't really get to talk about it much, but we have a PLE this weekend. We have Survivor Series War Games this weekend. And looks like we got the return of the Viper and Randy Orton coming through. So
the Legend Killer is back. I'm very curious to know what they're going to do with him now that whatchamacallit is gone from the company. I can't even think of his name right now. The Bro. The Bro is gone from WWE. Everybody, Matt Riddle. Everybody agrees that we all loved RK Bro. We all did.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was the pairing that we didn't know we needed in WWE at the time.
It worked. It worked so well. But I mean, it may be Randy Orton creating a new kind of rebranding legacy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Cody is there. Maybe you bring in a Sami Zayn to this group and make a legacy style group. We'll see. Maybe he's in the world title. Maybe he's in the world title picture. Maybe he goes after Seth Rollins.
I would hope so. Because Randy has 13 world titles?
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be really good. So, like I said, we're continuing talking about Thanksgiving. So, my next question for you is kind of like a weird, it's like a back and forth impromptu type of interview type of scenario. But as far as Thanksgiving as a whole, what is your what is your take on it? What's your feel on Thanksgiving as a holiday, as a time to be with family and close friends? Like, what's your overall take on Thanksgiving?
Well, I actually, you know me, I'm always with my family. But Thanksgiving is the one time we can actually all get together because normally all of us are off.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm either with this family member or this family member or this family member, and I'm all over the place. So I don't get a chance to sit down with my family and do anything. So that's what I love about Thanksgiving. On the flip side of that, I don't like the holiday of Thanksgiving, what it's based on.
Yeah. I get
Yeah, you know, the British came over on their boats and the Indians fed them and clothed them and taught them stuff, and then it was a fucking genocide. You know what I'm saying? So the
yeah.
premise of Thanksgiving I don't like, but the what it's built around and turned
Yeah.
into now, I do like. But originally, hell no.
Yeah. No, and you, I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, but I mean, and that's my same take on it as well. Like it's for me, it's one of my it's on my Mount Rushmore of holidays because of the
hell
time
yeah.
I get to spend with my family, with my partners, with my bros. Like it's for that part. The origins of it, I 100% think it's fucked off. But you know, the way we do things in where we live is, you know, we take something extremely horrific and turn it
Yep.
into something profitable. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. That's really what it is. But I enjoy it for that particular part of the togetherness part of it, you know. And for me, like I said, it's International Fat Kid Day for me. You know what I'm saying? I get to just eat all day. I get to drink. I get to smoke cigars. I get to watch football. Like, you can't ask for a better day outside of New Year's. But
New
because
Year's be that shit.
Hey, listen, I said it was on my Mount Rushmore. All right. New Year's, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and probably fuck the bullshit. I'm gonna say my own birthday is my fourth one.
Bro, I just told my girlfriend that. I swear I did. That's why I was like, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday outside of my birthday. Like, what the hell do you mean? But Mount Rushmore for me, with taking my birthday,
I'm
taking my birthday out of the picture.
With the
taking my birthday out of the picture, I'm gonna say Thanksgiving, New Year's, Memorial Day, because that's around Ivan's birthday, and the holiday just went away. Veterans Day.
Yeah. If I took my birthday out of it, honestly, I'ma say St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, see, but you know what? St. Patrick's Day don't count as a holiday in America, so I just didn't think of St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so then if that's the case, I mean, all right, if we play that game, then it'll be Juneteenth then.
Okay. Well, yeah, they make. You know what? Okay,
because now Juneteenth is a recognized holiday for us.
It's a recognized holiday now. So yeah, it didn't click in my head. So Juneteenth will be on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but it
would be on my Mount Rushmore over Memorial Day. But Veterans Day,
Veterans Day is lit too.
Veterans Day stays on my list because I got so many friends that are veterans that I got to celebrate.
Like,
so it's a legit holiday.
Veterans Day for me is like just like Memorial Day. It's a bittersweet type of time for me personally. So it's hard to be super cheerful, you know, like, and it's just because of the history for me and then my brothers and sisters that are no longer here and things of that, you know. So I use kind of both of those days to do a lot more reflection than I do celebrating, if that makes sense to everybody.
It does.
So, but like St. Patty's Day, hey, I get down with a day where I can just drink all day. And like
green beer, even though it's food coloring, yes, people
I don't give a fuck. Having a green, listen, you ain't lived on St. Patty's Day until you had the trippers. All right, you gotta have a Jameson, you gotta have a green beer, and you gotta have a motherfucking Guinness. You gotta do all three. Because we can't call it an Irish car bomb anymore, but they called it something else because people got offended by Irish car bomb. There's another word for it, but
wasn't it made in Ireland? What the hell?
I don't make this shit up. I just tell you what I see. I'm just giving you the bartender's perspective. I still call it an Irish car bomb, but they call it something else. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me.
They call it sidecar now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Irish sidecar. That is what they call it. I call it Irish car bomb. That's the fuck it is.
They should
you
just
gotta
name
have
it the Osama bin Laden then.
because you gotta have a Guinness, you gotta have an Irish car bomb, and you gotta have a Jameson. Like you gotta do it. I did that shit when I was in I did this shit when I was in Padre too.
You got it, man, bro. If you have never had a sidecar, you know I don't want to get canceled before we blow
Right.
up. Yes. If you never had a sidecar, you really need to have it. You just drop inside the Guinness and you chug. And you chug. Oh, is Bailey's in that one too? I think Bailey's is in that one.
You can make it with or without. It depends on how you feeling that day. But you can make a lot of people do it without just because.
Okay.
But
I had mine with Bailey's last time. The bartender asked me if I wanted it or not.
Yeah, it's like it's a preference thing.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's kind of So if I was to ask you, probably the three things you're most thankful for, where you at?
I would probably say my family, of course, is number one. And not just like my actual blood family. But y'all know the LXG brothers.
100%.
And some friends that aren't LXG. Most of my closest friends are on LXG. You know what I'm saying? So definitely my family. If you have been to my house, I consider you family. Because I will not invite anybody to my house or let them come to my house. I don't consider them some form of family.
Speak on it.
Number two, even though they get on my goddamn nerves at work, I will say my job. My job allows me to pay my bills. And three, I would say my third thing I'd be thankful for is this podcast. This is the whole podcast family. Even though it was just me and you last year, but now we got welcomed into this amazing from the sidelines, and they accepted us from day one, which is pretty cool on their part. It's amazing on their part. And we formed bond with all them. As y'all know, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. If you didn't watch Monday, I got to meet Troy in person for the first time this past weekend. So it's a real thing. It is definitely a real thing. So that's the things I'm thankful for. You know, and I mean, of course, number 4 is food. I mean, I'm not the skinniest guy in the world, but he only gave me 3 options. So there we go. I mean, I'm gonna take a guess and say Mr. GQ says faith, family, and football, like Lance from The Best Man. But I mean, it's all fun and jokes. So why Mr. G? Oh, he's back.
Yeah, and little mama was having a moment. So obviously, first and foremost, I am 1000%. I'm thankful for my girls, man. I wouldn't have made the full on transformation in my life without my girls. And when I say my girls, I mean both my daughters and my wife, my girls. That's always how I've called them. I've always called them my girls. So, especially my carbon copy, female version, this one right here, who walks like me, who was kind of somewhat blessed to have my seasonal allergies on top of it.
Oh man.
And just all around my little shit talker. My little shit talker who talks shit to me without really saying many words.
Big head, little body. What's up?
or like OG Mel says, little body, big fro. So that's what he calls her on the Friday show. I mean, I'm 1000% thankful for all of my families, really. From the sidelines family, LXG family, my immediate family, my extended family, my adopted Mexican family, like all my families. Like I'm just to know that no matter what happens in this world, I'm cared about by multiple people in multiple places, that I can go and make phone calls and I'm always welcome at certain places. Like that to me means a lot. My military family, 16 years it is, we still doing it. I'm extremely thankful for my military family. Always have been, always will be.
You got 4 left.
I'm out. Oh no, no, my brother. No, my brother. I got more than 4. I got about 11 left, but that's another story for another day. I'm really true. I'm thankful for this podcast, man. Like I didn't ask me a year ago if I thought that we would be live streaming,
Yeah, it's
branching
crazy.
out, live streaming, TikTok blowing up, doing the things like this. Like I was before when you had lost connection with, I said, I was like, by the way, we surpassed 200 followers. So that to me,
Yeah.
it might not seem like a big deal to some people, but for me and us, it was a big deal. So I'm thankful for that. And we're and nowhere to go but up for us. Um, and then lastly, honestly, in the most selfish way possible, I'm thankful for my health, man. I'm 34 years old. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be in good health, good spirits, good mental health, emotional health, all the above, because there are many situations that have happened in the last, let's say, 7 years where that could have easily have not been the case. But I'm glad to be where I am now, and you know, I'm glad everything in my life is where it is now, because it could have definitely been in a much darker place, in a much worse off place, just because the way life happens.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm over here, bro. I don't even know what happened. I yawned and I started coughing.
Well, be careful now.
Whew. I think I'm good now though.
Bet.
So,
So
just to take a little turn off of
go
Thanksgiving
for it.
stuff.
You said you had a question. I'm ready. As ready as I
So,
will be.
somebody in a group I was in today, we don't ever get to talk basketball a lot anymore. They asked a question between 2010 and 2020, which small forward had the most help with a superstar? KD, LeBron, or Kawhi Leonard?
From 2010 to when?
2020, a decade.
Hmm.
So I
I
guess
think the argument. I mean, if I'm gonna start like this, I'm gonna rank them first, and I would say KD, LeBron, then Kawhi. I think I
I
think I think KD had more help. As weird as that might sound, even like, granted, even if you want to play the recency bias game, initially he was drafted to a team that had Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, James Harden coming off the bench, um, a really good young team. But then, of course, he went and had the Golden State thing, which we know what that was. Um, say what you want, but he spent that little bit of time in Brooklyn. Same concept. You had Kyrie Irving, you had Ben Simmons, you had James Harden, you had a lot of good solid players there. And then, of course, now being in Phoenix with Devin Booker, with you had Devin Booker, Bradley Beal whenever he decides to play, DeAndre Ayton. So I mean, the list kind of goes on. A guy like LeBron, he didn't start, quote unquote, start having help until he left Cleveland. So he had Wade and Bosh, Ray Allen. He had Kyrie Irving. He had Kevin Love. He had Anthony Davis. And I mean, as far as help, that's as far as I see when it comes to help goes.
Yeah, so
Like,
I said I agreed. I did agree because I think KD played most. Like people were talking about just based on the superstars of the team. So they didn't classify Chris Bosh as a superstar, but they classified D Wade as a superstar.
if you don't classify Chris Bosh as a superstar, stop watching basketball.
Correct. Because to me, I said, okay, I think the question should be asked: who played with more All NBA players and All
Hold
NBA
on, baby.
teams?
Klay Thompson got 20 points last game, trending upward. Hey, what's going on? MVP 11, man. This dude. All right. Quick backstory. We was on the show Friday. My man MVP 11 was in the chat going hard in the paint, man. MVP 11, man. Appreciate you for stopping through. But
Big facts.
look. This is two of the biggest Klay Thompson fans you'll meet, because when it came to the Splash Brothers, I was like, listen, when it came to everything Golden State did, I said without Klay Thompson, they wouldn't have had a lot of the success they had. Klay Thompson was a massive integral part of what the Golden State Warriors did because of his two-way ability. Because of his two-way ability, which is why a guy like Andrew Wiggins now is having some success because he is a younger version of a two-way player. Obviously, Klay Thompson's the better scorer, but what you're getting from Andrew Wiggins is very similar to what you were getting from Klay in that regard.
If Steph Curry doesn't win MVP of that last finals, Andrew Wiggins definitely does. I've always said that on the record.
Yep.
But
I agree with that.
Referring to what I asked, I told him, I was like, okay, bro, KD played with 2 MVPs. This discussion is over with. He played with 2 MVPs.
Yeah, he did.
He played with 2. He played with Westbrook and he played with Curry. Then you leave there and no, I lied. I'm sorry. Well, no, that's right. Because what year did they all?
He kind of played with 3 with the Brooklyn because James Harden was there, but
that's
but they didn't really.
When did James Harden go to?
Oh, it was after 2020. That's after 2020.
Okay, so I just wanted to check that on the thing. So
because like Kawhi played with, obviously he played with a latter year Tim Duncan, a latter year Tony Parker, and a what was left of Manu barely. And then after that, let's see. After that, he played with Kyle Lowry. He played with an up and coming
Pascal
Siakam, who was an integral part of why they won that finals. And then after that, I mean, playing with Paul George and now James Harden.
Right. So and now Russell Westbrook as well. Oh, what's left for Russell? No, I think Russell Westbrook is still a very good player, capable of still putting up numbers. He did last year in the playoffs. He's still more than capable.
I have no opinion on Chris Bosh because I did not watch that, mainly Heat games. So I will tell you, if you want to see why we're saying what we're saying about Chris Bosh, just go look at his highlights from the Toronto Raptors. He was a consistent 20-10 guy. Like, there was a point in time with the Toronto Raptors, he was averaging 26 and a half points a game?
26 and a half.
Yeah. So trust me, go watch
12.
Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh, and you'll understand why we're like Chris Bosh was a dude before he came to Miami, just like Kevin Love was a dude in Minnesota before he came to Cleveland. Like, trust me, Chris Bosh was really like that. Like,
I need people to understand, like, Kevin Love put up hella numbers, but Chris Bosh put up numbers and wins. And got the Raptors to the playoffs.
The difference was that Bosh was a better defender than Kevin Love.
Oh,
that was the biggest difference because scoring-wise, they were pretty even. I'll say they're pretty even. Kevin Love was a better three-point shooter.
Yeah.
But as far as scoring-wise, they can score.
I think until Bosh got to Miami, Kevin Love was far and away better at a three-point shooter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. But like, you talking about in the paint, interior, mid-range scoring? Oh, shit. Give me Chris Bosh any day on interior scoring.
So like I said, you're basically going Curry, Westbrook, Thompson.
Fuck that, Draymond.
I don't consider Draymond.
No, Draymond was still a dude at this time defensively.
Yeah, but I don't consider. I just didn't like because the question was based on superstars. You know what I'm saying? So I'd never consider Draymond a superstar. I consider Draymond a very good player that had all-star potential.
Okay, I'll buy that because you and I's opinions on superstars is we upset a lot of people.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're not like top 5 to 7, you're not a superstar. If you're like 8 to like 12, you're a franchise player.
Yeah.
And pretty much anything under that makes an all-star is just a perennial all-star. And then you got your borderline all-stars. Then you got your role players and your good six mans and stuff like that. So
my thing is, if you're one of those that consistently makes the all-star team, to me, you're just an all-star. You're just an all-star, and I'm cool with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with being an all-star. Let's see. In my 2K starting lineup, Steph, Klay, Butler, Giannis, and Rudy Gobert. Hey, on 2K, that's not a bad starting lineup.
Well, I'm killing anybody with their lineup. Anybody could come get it if I got their lineup.
Bro, fuck the bullshit. God. If that's the starting lineup, I'm gonna look. Giannis gonna be killing him first, and then I'm gonna turn Giannis into a mass distributor with Curry just coming off pick and rolls constantly. Klay gonna be my cleanup guy, and Jimmy and Rudy gonna do my work on defense.
Jimmy going Jimmy, bro. That's what I
That's
call
it.
it.
Jimmy going Jimmy.
But yeah, I lean towards you with KD had 2 MVPs. I at one point considered Clay a top 15 a top 15 player.
I
So
agree. I 100% agree with
borderline superstar. So I give him the nod as a franchise player. And
Oh
then
no,
Draymond,
Clay is a franchise player.
yeah.
Well,
And then
he was a franchise player.
and then Draymond as the All-Star. So then you got
Like and I know
LeBron.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but like Draymond is like what a modern day Ben Wallace would be.
Pretty
Like
much.
and I mean that's pretty, but I will say I think still Ben Wallace was still the better defender, but Draymond might have actually been the better scorer, which sounds kind of fucking weird.
No, it doesn't. Draymond could actually shoot the three consistently at one point in his career.
Well, I'm when I say scoring, you know, I'm talking about in total. Like Draymond, but Ben Wallace will dunk on your head though. Don't misunderstand. Ben Wallace will dunk on your head, but he will also launch your shot into the stands to your mama. He will also do that disrespectfully, of course.
Yes. And then as far as Kawhi goes, Duncan wasn't a superstar, and that's why I said I think we should be talking more about all NBA players for those years. How many all NBA players did you play with?
I think that's a better question.
Right.
And I still think if you went all NBA players, I still think KD would have it.
Oh, it's definitely KD because Curry from 2013 on forward probably made all NBA every year except the year he was injured.
Yeah.
Clay probably made it up until he was injured in 2019. Draymond made it at least 2 or 3 times for sure.
Yep.
LeBron had. I don't think Kevin Love made a single All NBA team while he was in Miami.
Yeah, and I think even.
I mean, not Miami, Cleveland.
I think even Serge Ibaka made some All NBA defensive teams.
He made defensive teams for sure. So
let's see. Bench is Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Jonathan Isaac, Jabari Smith, Mo Bamba. Shit, you ought to win the championship.
Yeah, yeah.
If Trae Young and Colin Sexton are leading my second unit with them starters, we shouldn't lose no more than 15 games a year, pending injuries.
Draymond put my back. That's something more like Anthony Davis.
Hey, somebody got to be AD.
So LeBron has Wade. We all know Wade was a superstar. Chris Bosh,
he had Wade, Bosh. I guess at that time Ray Allen wasn't making all NBA teams. So okay, so Wade
the year before he had already got downgraded to 6th man.
That's true. So he had Wade, he had Bosh, he had Kyrie. He had AD.
Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
So after that, I mean, because Caruso didn't make an All NBA team.
Nah.
Shit.
No,
I feel like we're missing one LeBron teammate. It's just not. It's not clicking in my head right now. There's at least one more we're missing. Oh, Kevin Love. Shit, my bad. Kevin Love.
No, I said Kevin Love, but you probably didn't hear me. But
that still only gives us 5. That's still only 5.
But I said I don't think Kevin Love made an All NBA team while he was in Cleveland.
No, I don't think while he was in Cleveland. Before that, for sure.
But I
think not only that, I think he made a couple All-Star teams when he was with Minnesota too.
Oh, he definitely did. Yeah.
So
you can't put up 30-30.
Exactly.
In more than 3 games in the season. I mean, the All-Star game.
So Kyle Korver at that time of his career was just he was a what do we call a specialist? There we go, specialist. He was
borderline All-Star because he didn't make it. He didn't make it in Atlanta, but he was a replacement.
Yeah, but when he was with LeBron, he didn't make it though.
Right.
But he was a specialist though. Yeah. Outlaw Prime just made it in the building. So
my dog, I beat in a little bit.
Yep. DJ Michael B said be in a little bit. We're doing this a hot and heavy. So we'll be done here shortly. But
yeah.
But Kyle Korver in his prime, no shit. Atlanta Kyle Korver was a guy. Atlanta Kyle Korver was a guy.
Right, he made the most threes consecutively.
Kyle Korver and Mike Miller, 2 guys that you wish you had on your NBA team in this era. Yep. In this era, because they would be lethal in this era. The way offense is set up, those 2 would be absolutely lethal on damn near anybody's franchise. I know we don't talk about basketball a lot, but hey, when we do, hey, I know I'm a football guy because y'all see me on the football show, but I do know my basketball a little bit too. All right, historian, I defer to my co-host when it comes to being a basketball historian.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing with football with you.
That's why we get along so well.
So I seen one other one, and I wanted to bring it to you just because
What's up?
you're a football guy. Before we get out of here, because I think I thought this was a good one.
What's up?
You got start, bench, cut.
My
You got
favorite.
Steve Smith, Steve Largent. Who was the third one? Steve Smith, Steve Largent, and oh my God, the last person just slipped my damn mind.
Is it 3 Steves?
No, it's not 3 Steves.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are the odds of that shit?
It was all time. It was 3 all time. Oh, and Torrey Hope. That's who it was. Yeah, Steve Smith, Steve Largent, and Torrey Hope. Start, bench, and cut. Yeah.
All right. I got to do it. All right. Hot take alert. I'm starting Steve Largent.
Okay.
I'm benching Torrey Holt, and I'm gonna have to cut Steve Smith.
Didn't see that coming.
If you give me Steve Smith versus Torrey Holt, I got to take Torrey Holt. And here's why I had to go with Steve Largent, because we have to stop the recency bias.
Oh no, Steve Largent's the monster.
Because well, and I say that for this current generation. That's why I'm saying that, because Steve Largent was doing what Steve Largent was doing before we was in the social media and all the other stuff. Like, if you get a chance on ESPN Classic, go look up Steve Largent and watch what he did on the field. Steve Largent in this era of football would put a lot of receivers to shame. And it ain't, I mean, he just would. I mean, the build, the break tackle ability, the hands. Boy. The man didn't have a lot of drops. The hands was there. Like, I'm not telling you he'd be on that level of like your D hops and all the stuff like that, but I tell you right now, he'd be a top 20 receiver in the modern era. He'd be a top 20. He might even be a top 15, but I'm gonna start with top 20.
I think Steve is highly underrated because of recency bias. What you said? Was first year playing basketball. My cousin 7'2", 300 pounds center. Damn.
God damn. Bruh, a 7'2", 300 pound center in China? Is he averaging a triple double?
That's Yao Ming right there.
I'm trying to tell you.
But
oh yeah, he know a little something. He said Don Houston. Okay. All right. Hey, I knew I liked him. He know a little something because that's somebody we talked about. So we talked about him when we did our
he was in your top.
We talked about him in our all-time receivers. Yeah, he was in my top 10. That's what I'm saying. It's in my top 10.
Yeah.
Because I will always take recency bias out of it, because this, I don't care what anybody says, I can't put this current crop of receivers in that all-time discussion yet, because they just got started. So when people tried to have that discussion about Justin Jefferson being on the same level as like a Randy Moss and all stuff, I was like, first of all, stop the cap. First of all, stop. I'm going to say stop. Because Justin Jefferson, respectfully, could not hold a candle to Randy Moss.
Nah.
Prime for prime, because Justin Jefferson ain't hit his prime yet.
Or for Terrell Owens, for that matter.
But listen, he ain't going to touch my top 3. My top 3, he ain't touching my top 3. I'm sorry. He's just not. Like, he really isn't. Like, and I love Justin Jefferson, but he ain't touching my top 3 receivers of all time. This man said Bart Starr is his GOAT quarterback. And I like Bart Starr. I'm a fan.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Listen, like I said, I'm a fan. I said I'm a fan. I ain't say he was my GOAT. You know who my GOAT is. I don't even have to tell you who my GOAT is. My GOAT is the GOAT. My GOAT is TB12. The GOAT. It's got. I have a shirt that says GOAT 12. Like it's.
He holds almost every significant. I think Drew Brees holds the title for highest percentage. But other than that,
yeah, because he passed Drew Brees on passing yards and touchdowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were actually. It's funny, they were going back and forth until Brees stopped playing.
Yep.
And then it's crazy. But no, that's a tough start bench cut.
It is. I did go with Steve Largent. I'm starting Steve Largent. I don't think people.
It's hard not to start Steve Largent.
I think Steve Largent is the best out of that crop. Steve
I
Largent
agree.
is a monster.
I do think he's the best of those 3. Like, actually, the exact order that I said it is how I would rank them, and it's tough because I love Steve Smith Sr.
I love Steve Smith.
One of the best, biggest, smallest receivers in the history of the NFL. Point blank. Period. Like, you want
Yup.
to talk about toughest SOBs on a downfield catch? My man will muscle that ball out your hand. Yeah, Steve
He
Smith
sure
Sr.
will.
got you. 100%. Let's see here. Bart Starr has never. Damn. No,
Damn.
actually, I didn't know that. I just learned something. I didn't know he went winless at Alabama.
Wow, that's
So
insane.
because of how he played, he fell to the Packers, and look what happened. Hey man.
I
Hey,
mean,
shout
they
out
kind of sound like the
to
Tom Brady story.
shout out to MVP 11 for the history lesson for the day. You know, we're dealing
Yeah.
with a historical holiday tomorrow. So
Yeah.
oh, watch that gallon that set of water behind you.
But yeah, I went with the same order you did. I did take Torrey Holt over Steve Smith, and I freaking love Steve Smith. Steve Smith is one of my favorite receivers of all time. But in the name of recency bias, as you were talking about, one way I destroy recency bias, I tell people all the time, look, Jerry Rice holds the record from the most receiving yards, the most receiving touchdowns of all time, right?
Yep.
In an era that didn't throw as much as Randy Moss era and T.O. era.
And they were much more running centric, rushing centric, excuse me. So that tells you that just adds to their greatness.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, it also it doesn't. And the funny thing, it doesn't diminish T.O.'s greatness.
No.
It actually, because T.O. was like the infancy stages of what we have now.
I mean, I still take T.O. over Randy Moss, and some people don't like that, but I don't care.
And see, to me, that's a preference thing. That 100%. That's a preference thing, and I don't.
Yep.
I'm not mad at anybody either way, because I was in the same boat. I mean, I had I had Jerry Rice, T.O., and Randy Moss as my top 3 anyway, and then I pissed everybody off because my number 4 was Marvin Harrison, but I don't give a shit.
Marvin Harrison was a dog. What?
And his son is a dog too, playing for your school.
Yeah. That's a top 3 wide receiver quarterback duo of all time. And the crazy part is, if Randy Moss and Tom Brady would have played together more, my lord.
If Randy Moss, instead of him going to Oakland, would have went to New England for that whole time frame, there's another Super Bowl that the Patriots win.
I just want to remind y'all, and it's not that the Giants won. I want to remind y'all, Tom Brady and Randy Moss played one full season together. One, because Matt Castle took over when Tom Brady tore his ACL the next year. And in that one season, Randy Moss set the record with 23 receiving touchdowns.
Not to mention the Patriots were the most points scored in the season. Tom Brady broke the touchdown record for a quarterback. Like, there were so many offensive records broken, it was stupid. And not to mention, just like DJ Michael B likes to allude to, they had a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense all time.
I try to tell people.
It's just they ran into a defense that was top 5 as opposed to top 10.
Top 5 in the thing that Tom Brady really doesn't like, which is rushing the quarterback.
And they had a whole the fact that you had what's called a NASCAR package tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Before we go,
just, I know we always say, fuck this team, and I'm not talking about the Jets. I'm talking about the team with the star in their head.
Oh.
The question I want to pose to you real quick is, who do you think is the biggest threat? Is it the Detroit Lions or Jerry Jones' team?
Biggest threat to who? The Eagles?
No, just to get to the Super Bowl out the NFC. To any top team, who do you think is a bigger threat?
I'm leaning towards Detroit, man. Detroit playing with house money, man.
Right. So
Detroit has nothing to lose.
And so I lean
as weird
towards
as that
Detroit.
sounds, they have nothing to lose. Dallas has everything to lose.
Mad Dog Russo made a very good point that kind of swayed my decision, because I was like, I think Dallas has a better defense, would probably not as lethal, but a pretty good, at least as lethal as a receiver as Amon-Ra St. Brown. But what swayed my decision to go with Detroit instead was the exact thing that Detroit's playing with house money, because Detroit is going to get home field advantage. They're going to get home field advantage. They're going to be guaranteed a playoff game at home, and they wouldn't have to see a top seed until the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
whereas Dallas might have have to go through San Francisco or
Because
Philadelphia
right now,
in the first round.
right now, the Eagles have the number 1 seed and they have the division lead by 2 games, 2.5 games. Sorry, 2.5 games.
And they own the tiebreaker right now too.
Yeah, so they're good. Detroit's going to win their division as it
easily.
stands. So, yeah, I mean, there's a chance you could literally have Dallas versus San Francisco in the first round.
Yeah,
that's a realistic possibility, which to me would just be completely comedy.
It'd be perfect fine with me because I think San Francisco gonna kick their ass again.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I just wanted to post some. You know, we don't get to talk a lot of sports anymore on here, so just a little Thanksgiving special into a look at what we did last year. We did get to talk a lot of sports. So, you know, we had to recap one time.
Yep, we got the active food last year.
If you didn't get to see that Thanksgiving hear that Thanksgiving episode last year, it's still up on Spotify on the original Gentleman's Talk page. So
you want some more of that?
So
but, yep.
You know,
so
let's
get
ready to get up out of here and link up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because I got cigars waiting for you. So any last thoughts, concerns, comments?
Yeah, my last thought to everybody. Thank you for the 200 followers. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Spend some time with your family. You know, be loved on. Call your friends. Wish them happy Thanksgiving. No matter how long you haven't talked to somebody, if you got their number, you know you can call them and they will answer the phone no matter what. Reach out to them. Wish them happy Thanksgiving. Check up on them because you know not everybody is blessed to be around their family during the holidays, and some people just need a phone call to help sway their mentality. I've been 100%. There before. You know, my grandma died right around Thanksgiving, and at one point I absolutely hated Thanksgiving. But you know, we had the Thanksgiving. We had the year they hit me the most. We had the Thanksgiving at your house in Ginger Creek. So yeah, just make sure and check on your people, and if you can, and they're close around, invite them.
Yep. Hey, keep the doors open. Always check on your people. Enjoy the holidays. Be safe, man. Don't have too much fun. Don't get behind the wheel and do nothing reckless. You know what I'm saying? If you got to sleep on somebody's couch, man, sleep on somebody's couch because it's better than accidentally getting behind the wheel and potentially taking some lives or things of that sort like that, man. So just be careful out there. What's up, baby? Okay, baby. If you're going out for Black Friday shopping, protect yourself. I'm gonna say it like
Carry your gun.
I'm gonna say it like that. If you're like me, I'm an Amazon Black Friday kind of guy, so I'll be doing my shit online.
Cyber
so that's just
Monday.
me. So outside of that, like I said, we appreciate the 200 followers. We appreciate the 514 on the YouTube. We own that. We a little over halfway to 1,000 now. So we love y'all. Oh, by the way, I talked my shit on Friday. I'm gonna talk it right back now because on the Friday show, Inside the Huddle's TikTok had taken over the lead on Gentleman's Talk, and today we overtook that lead again. And like I said, it took them 10 NFL weeks to pass us, and it only took us a couple days to pass them again. So allow us to reintroduce ourselves as the number 1 show from the sidelines on the TikTok game, because that's what we do here on Gentleman's Talk. We talk our shit, we back that shit up, and it's that simple. It's just that simple.
By the way, make sure you tune in to PVT tomorrow. I think they're still gonna do even though it's Thanksgiving. If I get time, I'm gonna try and pop into PVT. And then, of course, on Friday, the best damn football show on the internet, period. Make sure you tune in to Inside the Huddle. And that is coined by the one and only DJ Micah B. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And ladies and gentlemen, we are.